Mr. Sadhankar asks how investing in MFs, or he's asking, is there any specific advantage to investing in mutual funds in the name of the child?
No, there isn't a great advantage, but in some cases, one or two, there are 2, 3 funds, HDFC has one or UTI has one. There have been some cases, where grandchildren grandparents can invest in the child's name, and you don't need the child's, because for investing in the child's name, you need to open the bank account, then some major will be actually operating that account or will be investing on that behalf, but you don't need to do any of that. You don't need to complicate. All this is legitimate money. Invest in your name and keep in mind that it is for your child. The only advantage, which in many cases grandparents want to invest for their grandchild. In that case, grandparents invest, and they invest in the child's name, but they can operate, and when the child attains majority, he becomes the owner of that investment. So it becomes a very methodical way for gifting it to your children. But I don't think any person planning to invest for his child's future needs to complicate from a tax angle. You invest in your name, you sponsor your child's education, and you will have the money.
But Dhiren, do you think there could be any value in terms of keeping the portfolio for the child segregated by investing in his name? So you talked about discipline, and I think that's a very crucial point for long-term investments. Is there any benefit from that context?
Yes, if you think that you are not that disciplined, or you will, in the course of next 18 years, there will be an opportunity when you just might be getting distracted, or you'll be laying your hands on that money. But I think you have to really enforce this discipline in your own mind. If you earmark 1 or 2 investment which is for your child, and if you're investing regularly towards a goal, you have to make sure that this is for your child, and you should not be getting distracted. It is actually no protection. Even if it is in your child's name, you will redeem that investment, you can spend that money, you can consume that money. I would say mental enforcement of this discipline is the most crucial thing, because you have to keep, there are 3 situations in which you might get distracted, and one of it might be worthwhile. One might be, one might be, one of these distractions might be completely justifiable. One is extreme emergency. You need the money and you have nowhere to go, and here is the money lying there, but you can't access it otherwise. So it is good to have it in that case. The second is that the market can get very turbulent, and you will just might be losing faith. This is the time when you have to, but I think once you have been through with this investment for 2-3 years, that will not be the case. Only in the initial stages it so happens. So sticking to that plan when the weather gets uncomfortable, that's the second one. The third one is that you stop contributing to the plan. I think the second and the third one, you need that discipline in any kind of investment plan, whether you are buying a ULIP or anything, even a child plan. And the first one, I would say that it's a fairly justifiable thing. So don't worry about the taxes. One should worry about the taxes from one point of view, only crucial point of view, that when you need when you take the money out, it should not be subject to severe taxation. And as of now, as the tax laws stand today, all the returns derived from equity or equity oriented investments will be completely tax free if held for over 1 year.